Hello and welcome to programming. This is video number 19. In this video I'll show you how to create a desktop widget using Java. When I say widget, desktop widget, this is what I mean. So we'll be creating this borderless window with arbitrary shape. In this case I'll want to use pumpkin because Halloween is coming up. So the first thing you need to know is you need to be able to create a window in Java and then set it to borderless and then set the shape to it. I will walk you through all the steps that we need to be able to create this. So let's grab your keyboard and follow me. The first thing we need is let me take this way. First thing we need is the IDE, of course. There's only one class that we need right now, but if you have your IDE it would be best to use it. As you might have noticed lately that I've been using IntelliJ, been trying to use IntelliJ lately, so this is the second time that I want to do a screencast on IntelliJ. We're starting off by creating a new project from scratch. So we'll name it Wichit. You can name it whatever you want. Just click next, finish. And then we have this empty source directory. We want to create a new package called Wichit, and then a new class. Again, call it Wichit. It doesn't have to be the same name. You can create a new name for your window. This is gonna show the user the window, so this should be JFrame. And in the main method, this should just call the constructor of the class. In the constructor, we should be setting the size, let's say 200 by 200, and then make it closable, and then show it to the user. Now if you run this, what we get is a simple window. If you want a shape to the window, here's what we do. First, we need to get rid of the border first. Set undecorated to true. Let's see what it does. No border. By border I mean the button, maximize and minimize button right there. So where is it? Okay, it's right there. We can close it by alternate F4. And then you want to set it the shape. There are two steps to it to set the shape. First we need to create a shape. For example, I'll create my shape to be an ellipse of 0, 0, 200 by 200. This is going to be a circle. And we set the shape of the window by calling a utility class set window shape, passing this instead of the window, and then specify the shape. Here's what we have. Okay, that's easy. We got also the widget, but it's not as good looking as the other widget. So what we want now is we want to download a an icon for it, for the widget. I picked the Halloween theme for it, which will go to Google website and search for Halloween pumpkin. Okay, that's the one I use. You can use some other shapes that you like. I use this one because guess what? It's simpler to trace down the shape, so I'll still be using this one. So I'm gonna set this image into programming project Wichit. That's it. And let's call it index.jpg. Okay, so it should show in here, right there. There's some border to it and some of the area that we do not want. Oh, we do. Okay, so if you want this, we can just set the size to be 225 by 225. And then we need to draw it. How do we draw it? We can just add in a label. And then in the label we need an image icon. In image icon we need to specify the should be the file called index.jpg. What's the error? Okay, we need to look at this. And that's kind of weird. Image icon. Okay, I need some help with this. I don't know how to show the constructor parameter to image icon. So I'm gonna look it up in the website. You're not gonna see this. I need to supply a string name. Okay, that's easy. So that should be fine. Okay. It's easier than I thought. So let's try that again. We have the image. Now we want a shape to cover all of that. And it would be easier if we can have get shape for me from pumpkin.svg, because we are gonna trace the image by using an SVG editor right there. That's an SVG editor. It's called Inkscape, by the way. And file import into this. We want to shrink the document down to the bitmap size. This is what I do. Next, zoom it in by hitting Control and the wheel mouse button. Zoom in, zoom out. Now we need to trace this. How do we trace it? Okay, so let's first pray that I know how to do it. That should be easier. And then we can change the object into part. That we can easily adjust the handle. Getting the shape that we want. Zoom in a bit more. Shift click on this two to add one more point to it, and possibly move it up here. Up there. And we will make this one and that one a corner, so we can twist this up. And select this two and add a point, and hopefully we have what we need right there. Suppose that's good enough for me on the top, on the stem. Now if I want a shadow, I should be adding a few more. 1, 2, like that, that, that. That should move it to there. And this too should be corner. but hope that enough. Now we save it as pumpkin. Save that, close it. I think we have everything to get the shape out of. Shape, get shape, return nothing right now. That should take a string svg file. Okay. Now we need to get a shape out of the svg. Let me open the svg. There's a bunch of stuff in here. The only thing we want is this one, the path ID 3818. We can write a Java class that's gonna pass this and turn it into shape, but it might take us a while. So that's a good thing that we use Java. There are plenty of libraries out there that we can use. And for SVG we have this. I found this one. This one library is gonna pass the shape for us. That's gonna pass SVG file and turn a shape for us. It's called SVG Salamander. It'll pop up in the first link for me. Anyway, that's the name, and it's in java.net. And we click on that, scroll down, and tiny. Select this one. We don't want a bigger one, we want a tiny one. So we're gonna save to a folder called lib. Save it. It's not big, so it should be okay. You're gonna have we have it now. Next is to add this library into the module. We're doing that by clicking on project structure and go to module. In the widget module, we go to dependency and add it a single entry to it. So Nate broken folder library apply and OK. Now in order to get the shape, this is the code that you need. You also need to inspect the SVG. We need the ID from that. Just remember it. Next, we'll write the following code, which is first to get the diagram from the SVG file. We create a SVG universe, get SVG universe dot get diagram URI. We need a URI. URI is simply URI from SVG file. Once we get the diagram, we can get the element in the SVG, call element, get element with the ID, what's that, 3 part 3818. Next we need to get the actual part, so it will return a list element dot get part. If we go back and check that the list of the parts only there's only one part in there, so we can basically say we want the first in the list, and be sure that this is the shape element, and then we can get the shape, typecast into shape element, and then we can get shape out of this. We can just say return. We might need a try catch in there, so if it's fine, it's fine. That's okay. Let's just throw in try catch in there. Okay, so just say that everything happens here. If it gets error, then it's not my fault. It's the library's fault. So that should be fine. We now should be okay with the widget. On we. Let's try it. Yes. This is what we have. So I'm glad I don't have any errors. Why I am showing you. So this is what we have. Always on top. Let me get back my screen. So this is what I have, and it's kind of cool to have a widget to be able to write widget with Java. And there you go, video number 19 for me. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video. Goodbye.